Welcome back, everybody, to our next committee meeting. This is the Invest GP Committee. On this committee are myself, Councillors O'Connor, Councillor Blackmore, and Mayor Clayton. And so we'll call the meeting to order. We have no delegations, so we'll get into our service area update, and I'll look for our CIO, Jeff Terp, to take it away, please.
Thank you, Chair Palat. I'll start off with economic development. We finalized our 2023 survey for existing businesses. That allows our team now to get out and have some in-person visits with local businesses to help identify areas of support. So we'll kick that off next week. From a rural renewal perspective, we had 117 candidates endorsed, 174 now waiting for approved employer applications. 43 are waiting for external information, and 6 of them are new. So as we've discussed at our last Invest GP Committee update, this is an extremely successful program and one that we're certainly going to continue to focus on. As I've personally dived a bit deeper with the team over the past week or so, it's apparent that we either need a new software program or an augmentation of our existing software just to meet the demand. Right now, the manual nature of the program is just making this very time intensive. So it's certainly a great program, but we will come back with a recommendation on a software platform for this. Lastly, this is the last reminder. So today is the final date for Growing the North Conference registration. We have over 360 attendees already booked. It's going to be a great event, so we encourage folks to sign up today to get out to that. From an events and entertainment perspective, we have a couple of our team members attending the Polestar conference on Monday. This is the North American live event conference. It really serves the primary source to understand which acts are going to be touring and at what timing. It also provides a slew of industry trends and elements to help improve our fan experience once these events do come in. I'm sure you're all aware, but coming out of COVID, there have been fewer acts touring, and those that are touring, the demands have increased substantially for a variety of reasons. This is a North American phenomenon, so we're really anxious to see this trend turn around, and this is our first chance to get a preview of what's going to be happening for the coming year. So we'll report back on the findings from that conference. Just a reminder as well, A Dinosaur Tale is going to be playing at the Bonnets Energy Center on Friday, Feb 17th. Limited tickets are still available, so we encourage folks to go and get their tickets for that. And also Blippi, the Wonderful Tour, is coming to Bonnets Energy Center on May 15th. We had an extremely strong sell-in the first week. There are tickets available, but again, encourage you to snap those up because they are becoming more scarce. From a planning and development perspective, administration has scheduled a workshop with council on March 9th to discuss the policy direction for the MDP review. And also the planning and development team is reviewing the land use bylaw development regulations for the RM medium density residential land use district. In essence, this review is going to cover building height and setback requirements for multiple forms of development, including apartment buildings and multi-attached development. So that's underway right now. Happy to take questions. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that, Mr. Harp. Any questions? Well, we're letting the new guy off early every week here. So I guess thanks for your report. We'll move on to item 6.1, development regulations, and I've got Mayor Clayton's name by that. You are the, well, I guess we can do our outstanding items list and come back. Okay.
Thanks, Chair Palat. I just wanted to discuss briefly in regards to density needs in our community. We hear regularly from industry as well as Chamber of Commerce and multiple organizations that work with people moving to our city, that there's a shortage of use or shortage of availability in rentals. We yesterday had a conversation with an individual who property manages 700 doors, and in her opinion, we're at 0% of rental. Talking with industry, home builders, developers, there seems to be a little bit of a missing opportunity within our land use, and that is in three-story townhouses. There's nothing currently in our land use that allows that. So I'm looking for support from committee to direct administration to review the development regulations in the medium density land use district with attention to increasing the building height for multi-attached developments. So this will come back to committee, or will Mr. Glavin, will it go straight to council? Or Mr. Harrops, or it'll come to committee first?
Yes, we'd come back to committee
Right.
first.
So just, I think, speaking to this, and I know some of my colleagues have heard from industry, it's just a small missing piece. There was consideration of it on council last term for a parcel of land that is in the east part of the city that had this need for this type of build. And so in order for us to add this to an offering for development and builders, I think that consideration should be given to this. Thanks.
Okay, thanks for that. Any questions? The motion? Okay, seeing none, I guess, is that popped up in our e-scribe now to vote on it? Call the question to vote, please. And that carries unanimously. And with that, we'll move on to our outstanding item list and back to Mr. Hare, please.
Yes, so item 1241, the minimum inspections required. We're on track to deliver that report back during our next committee meeting on the 28th of this month. And then item 1254 and 1250 are both underway and on track to deliver back Q2.
Okay, thanks for that. Mr. O'Connor?
Yes, I can let this go to Councillor Blackmore. Why don't I'm trying to be a gentleman on St. Valentine's Day. Anyway, I'd like to move committee received the February 14th, 2023 outstanding items list as presented and as amended. Thank you.
Okay. I think there was no amendment, so just as presented I think works, but we'll call the question. Thanks for the motion. And that carries. And with that, we'll close off the Invest GP committee meeting. Thank you.